talking today about Cosmic Angels, the latest album from Pyramids on Mars. This is my fourth album. With Cosmic Angels, it actually takes place from where Edge of the Black, my last album, left off. But about the songwriting process with this album, which is quite interesting, was that every single song was written in one take, the very first take. There were no edits done to the song. It was done in its entirety from beginning to end. All they had to do was learn it and record it. It's capturing the instant inspiration. My music, really, it's about the song. It's about the melody. It's about the emotion. It's about telling a story. That's what music has always been about.
Now, Kinsman, I'm going to make a guess out of left field here, but I know it's going to be accurate. You could never play licks like that, and that's the cool term, by the way, licks.
Licks. No, I can't even play a lick, let alone those licks that Kevin can strum.
Yes.
And again, he wanted to put something together that was unique, something different in the music world, and I think Pyramids on Mars is exactly that. And again, if you watch any of the reviews, you see the reviews online, people say, wow, it's the big wow factor.
I think you got to be exhausted after one song. I love this, man. It's great. It's different than everything that's out there. I love when people challenge the norm.
He's challenging the norm. And again, he wanted to have something different than your normal music, attire out there. And again, he's certainly raised the bar. And again, if you want to follow Pyramids on Mars, Echo Cosmic, Edge of Black, and of course the new album, which is out now. If you get it by the end of the month, Cosmic Angels, you'll save 20%. And we'll put that link up when we're chatting with Kevin throughout our show tonight.
All right, there, Kinsman, get your, you don't look like a rock star, Mark. But Kevin does, okay? He looks like a rock star.
I wouldn't get away with, coming out playing that type of music. People would probably throw their beer cans at me.
You're more like the bouncer on the stage to make sure they don't bug Kevin.
That's right. I'm shining the light on stairs to make sure people don't trip, right? But again, someone who's got the influences from Bach, Vivaldi, Pink Floyd, and Joe Satriani, he's up there.
Oh, I feel Pink Floyd for sure. I feel Pink Floyd, and I love Pink Floyd. Yeah. Do you know who Pink Floyd is there, Kinsman? Or are you not hip like that?
Question is, do we know Kevin Estrella? Let's bring Kevin on. And
are you ready?
Pyramids on Mars.
And there he is. There's the guy right there.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic.
I feel like these songs are so powerful and so energetic. It's like I feel like after you play one song, you're taking a break. Or are you like at 110% all the time?
I'm at 110% all the time when I'm performing. Yeah. So yeah, every song is everything encompassing me. So it's all the emotion, plus trying to remember the notes, so but it's every song that I write has a meaning behind it, has a story behind it, but it also it tells its own story as well. So my songwriting process, I'm a songwriter, and that's what's different about like Pyramids of Mars. Yes, I'm an instrumental rock guitar player. And there's a lot of rock, instrumental rock guitar players out there, but some of them end up they're more their audiences. They rate their music more for guitar players. You know what I mean? Right. Where it's kind of like they're soloing throughout the entire song, and that's not my style. I grew up on bands like Rush and Iron Maiden and Led Zeppelin, and Tool, and I want to hear a song, man. At the end of the day, I want to hear a song. And for me, it's always about the song. And so, when I write my music, sometimes my songs won't. If there's a lead is not called for, I don't put a lead in the song. I leave it. Echoes steel. There's no lead. I tried writing a lead, but it didn't work. So I scrapped because it took away from the emotion.
That's right. It reminds me of something like Billy Joel once says. He goes, the thing he hates the most is the lyrics. He loves the music, but he cannot stand the lyrics. And, you know, Billy Joel has some of the best lyrics out there in my mind. But I really get it. Were you always, I assume you started playing guitar young. Obviously, you're at an excellent Excel level of playing. Did the passion ignite early in you?
I started off in group lessons, and we were learning like folk stuff, like Beatles songs and stuff like that. But it was the first song that was the most inspiring for me, actually, when I actually felt the music and I really played the song well, was Wreck of the Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot.
Okay.
That was the song that did it for me.
Oh, you know what? I think we're getting. Hold on, we're getting a little bit of interference.
Interference. It might be your earpods or your headset there, Kevin.
Okay, can you hear me?
Let's try. We'll fix it. We're used to fixing these things. Sometimes if you drop out of the show and you come back in, it will self-correct. It might just be a software glitch. Yeah. So just exit the show, come back in. It will be a software glitch. It'll probably self-correct.
It'll self-right itself, or so we hope. Anyway.
Oh, it will. I got full confidence in it, Mark. You know what?
Well, he's doing that. Well, I'm going to post Kevin's link for Cosmic Angels, which is the new album for Pyramids on Mars, into our comment section. And if you want to help out an artist,
yeah, that's right,
Canadian boy from Hamilton, you can click the link, and again, you'll save 20% off his album. And again, it's through Bandcamp, which is kind of a cool website he's got. Mm-hmm. He's got his merch, everything all hooked in there. So
yeah, that's right.
It's up in our comment section right now.
Yeah, the man is, you got to go back and look at his catalog because he has some really inspiring stuff. And, you know, a lot of people say, listen, music today, it all sounds the same. I want something different. And
that doesn't sound the same, because that's what Kevin wanted it to sound like, something different.
Yeah, and I think he's popping back in here in 1 second. We'll wait for his device to be connected. But yeah, it is excellent. And you know what? A lot of people, especially with the strong guitar licks, like if you're at a live concert, that's what really gets you going. It really isn't the lyrics. Trust me.
It's the guitar riffs or the drum solos, right? So, you know, Kevin right up there with, you know, some of the amazing, parts of this is the stuff that stands out when you go to a concert.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and people aren't talking about the high beer prices. They're talking about, the long guitar solos. Did you hear that drum riff, the drum solo?
When I go see, when you see Guns N' Roses live and on their, this reunion tour they've been on for 4 years, like Slash has like a 15-minute solo there, and it really steals the show, right? Axl's great. Axl's my guy, but listen, Slash steals the show, and that's what makes it rock and roll, my friend.
That's what makes it rock and roll. And again, those are the, that's why they make the big bucks, right? These musicians are around, and again, music, they say, is the universal language. Mm-hmm. 100 years from now, people will still pick up that track and still have the same, the same feelings as when, when people, first listened to it for the first time, when they enjoyed, a song for the first time.
That's right. Let me ask you a question here. Did you do any camping this weekend, or did you forego it because of the rain?
No camping on this ends.
No,
just hanging out with my boys. We did some mini putting over at the mini putt and batting cages, which, by the way, if you go to our sign, posted it. It's actually up at the kiosk. You take a selfie with our sign, you have a chance to win free prizes all summer long, and we've got our first set of prizes coming up this week on the show.
That's right. All right, Kevin's back.
Kevin's back.
Yeah, we're gonna put him on right now. There he is.
There he is.
Can you hear us now, Kevin? Okay.
He's frozen in time.
He's
frozen in excitement. He's like, I'm on Kins and Klomp Live.
Hear me.
There he is.
There we go. I can.
All right. Yeah. Perfect. All right. We're back in action here. Yeah. So we're obviously like, if I had to make a safe guess, you've been playing guitar for a long time, but you mentioned, you started off with, you're inspired by the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, Gordon Lightfoot, and being from Thunder Bay, those grain ships came in all the time there, those freighters. So I know that well. So Gordon Lightfoot was an early influence for you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then my cousin introduced my brother and I to Rush, and that was it.
Right.
Like I think everything was Rush for us, and so we ended up learning every single song we could of Rush. At that time, the Signals was their latest album, so I got this book called Rush Complete, and I learned every single Rush song I could, and that's what really inspired, started our inspiration. And my brother, he quit playing guitar and he started taking up the bass. So after seeing the video Grace Under Pressure tour, that was the biggest inspiration for him, and he wanted to play bass like Geddy, and that was where we really started.
I have to feel like while you were reconnecting, I was, telling Mark, if you go to a Guns N' Roses concert, especially now, like Slash has like a 10 to 15 minute guitar solo, and it really steals the show. Do you find like you must have that extra elevated energy live? But to me, it's always about that massive guitar kick live that really gets people going at a concert. Do you recognize that when you're playing live? Well, maybe my question was really boring.
No, I think he froze.
Yeah, we've had a couple.
We had some bad weather go through there, Southern Ontario yesterday. Today could be maybe a bit of a tie up between here and there.
Yeah, but that's right. Like I'm telling you, like if you ever been to a concert, I'm actually going to see Motley Crue there in August, and I'm looking forward to the Tommy Lee, the drum solo, what he's going to pull out, and that's the best part of the show. So this is what Kevin's bringing to the table. Yeah, it's instrumental rock and roll, and you don't hear a lot about that in mainstream music right now. And to me, you should, because it gets you everything. Oh, there we go, Kinsman. We lost him again.
He's going to come back there.
Yeah, all right.
I'm going to say it's storm related from down south yesterday from all the damage that they're trying to fix up there. But,
yeah, that's right. So I'll tell you about my weekend. So for the third year in a row, I had to lay down sod.
You bought sod. You know what? That's why you never. Whenever I'm over there, you're never watering the grass because you're like, I'll just buy a new one next year.
Well, the dogs wreck it. So like when I went to Legault Sod Farm, they told me how much they love my Great Danes because it's good for business. And I always go the first day the sod's available, which is the Friday of May long weekend. 3 years.
And he knew, it's funny. They probably have you on. They know when you pop up on the call display. He's like, okay, Klomp, I've got your 70 rolls. Come and get them. And it's funny how you picked them up. You didn't even have a truck the one year. You put them in the back of your cruise. So just imagine 70 sod rolls. And that was probably Jamie you passed last season, but you had a truck this time.
I had a truck, and the sod was up super high. And I said, do I got to strap this down? The guy goes, no, it's heavy, but I was still nervous. I was driving like 60 down the 101, getting all the looks, so that was me, but the sod's in. And you know what? I told him it's either me and the sod guy, the only people appreciating this rain this weekend because it's good. Because
you don't want it piping hot or else the new sod pieces turn brown like instantly, right? So
so we're all good there, and we're all rocking and rolling and relaxing this weekend, because next weekend, get this, Kinsman, you don't know your schedule yet, but I'm going to tell you. Friday night, the Dare event, you got that locked in, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what's Saturday?
Saturday is going to be the Alzheimer's Walk.
That's
and Run.
And then Sunday's the Multicultural Festival.
A Multicultural Festival, which we're celebrating the big 5-0. You and I are doing the hosting duties. Yeah. We're going through all the countries now, figuring out how to intro them all. So it's going to be a fun week, and again a busy. I'm exhausted looking at our schedule already this weekend.
Yeah,
but fun.
Buy golfing turf. I actually know someone who has Great Danes that put turf in. It actually looks pretty good. But listen, these dogs will get at anything. So, and don't forget, Saturday evening, we're going to Louise's house. with the brand new barbecue, with hamburgers, hot dogs, drinks, and we're going to have a barbecue party at Louise. So if you're friends with Louise, listen, she's just going to tell us the number and, tell Louise you're going over there. Kinsman's buying, so...
Going to be a good time. And again, the barbecue she won, of course, pictures of the barbecue up on our Facebook page. V&M Renovations, Justin and Max delivered that amazing grill Turismo, and Louise will have that delivered. And she says she's a big fan of our 705s over at Full Beard, so we're going to have to work on getting a few cans over for that, maybe a bucket or two.
That's right. Now, I do see Kevin in the backdrop, but his camera's not activated yet. So he's probably still working on his technical issues.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? The fun of a live show, we have no time restraints here. We can talk about things.
I can keep you all night.
Things out. That's right. We'll keep on trucking along. Maybe we can talk about why gas prices in your hometown, Thunder Bay, are at 170 today, and ours are still at 222 a liter.
You love these. Now. Well, it is 50. Okay, so I don't like complaining about it because I find it too cliche. But you're right, 50 cents is extreme, dude.
Well, if you look at there's posts all over the place. The provincial average right now is 170.9 to 174.9, and we're at 221.9 to 222.9. So you're telling me there's that big of a difference between here and Thunder Bay?
Yeah,
and the rest of the province. This is the provincial average, by the way.
That's right. So
who's running the gas stations here? Someone said they're greedy pricks. I'd have to agree. Is it corporate greed in effect here? Why are we so high here?
Do you want me to see? I'm going to see if we can bring Kevin on audio only because he's still sitting back there. We can't see his face, but I'm going to give it a try here.
We can hear what Kevin has to say.
Can you hear us, Kevin? No, he can't hear Skinsman.
Not there yet.
He's working on it. Right. Well, we could definitely see him in the lobby. It's one of my many talents for you, pal.
He might be firing up a laptop. Kevin, if you can hear us, if you've got Ethernet connection, that sometimes works wonders.
No, yeah.
He just disconnected.
He's from Hamilton, so they did get a big of a storm. And I got up early today. I watched soccer because my Manchester City are the Premier League champions again. Love it. I finally got a winning team, so I'm happy about this.
I saw all the posts online, and you even said earlier today, okay, I'm going to go watch the game. Do not message. I followed the orders, and yes, you ended up enjoying a win. So you get bragging rights now for an entire soccer season.
Yeah, well, I get bragging rights. It's about time I have a team that wins because everything else I cheer for is a complete disaster, pal. Yeah, everything else is a disaster. Now, Kevin, and an update on Kevin. We see him in the background again. The camera's not activated yet, so he's still working on that. And hey, listen, so sometimes it's technology, it's what you have to do.
Technology is never. It's either you love it or you hate it. Sometimes, and depending on what connections, it's a bit of a hiccup. But of course, we'll continue on until Kevin's ready to hop back on there.
Yeah, that's right.
We were just bitching about the gas prices. But meantime, go back in our chat. Kevin's new album, Pyramids on Mars, new album, Cosmic Angels, is on sale right now. 20% through Bandcamp is the link and the page that we send you through our chat. So
I really hope
see Kevin's different merch. And all this stuff.
I really hope he can fix these technical issues because I have a ton of questions for him because I'm always just wondering what is the process to write this music, right? Do you just I'm thinking if you're instrumental, you're just sitting down with your guitar and you got the amps cranked right up and you're just playing until something hits you. I'm guessing here, but I'm not too sure. It might be different than songwriting. What do you know?
Well, and then again, you heard it right off the hop there. He has the one take wonder syndrome. A lot of the tracks have been, you sit down with a thought, from note one to the end. It's a complete song with no interruptions in between.
Yeah, that's right.
That right there in itself takes a bit of a process.
That's right. So we're still We're still waiting on Kevin. So mini putt, yes. So we talked about the mini putt. You can go to the mini putt. If you take a selfie by our sign, hashtag mini putt fun, we're going to be giving away passes all
summer long, and we might even throw in different stuff other than passes. There could be Tim Hortons gift cards, gas cards, which is worth $1 million with our gas prices. We will throw in some restaurant coupons from one of our amazing sponsors. You're going to see something tied with the mini putt and the batting cages in there as well.
Yeah, we love them over there. Hey, you know what I did yesterday? So we went to Cedar Meadows, the Nordic Bath. That's pretty good. And trust me, pal. Okay, have you ever been there?
I have not.
Okay, so here's the setup of a Nordic bath. You have the hot tub, right? Very nice. Then you have a bigger pool, which is cool to warm. And then you have another pool, which is ice cold. So this is my system. Ice cold, cool, and the hot tub, and you keep rotating it.
You keep rotating through the whole night. Now, do they provide drinks? I haven't been there. Do they come by and cater to you, or are you just hanging out there? It's all tranquil there for the night.
No, it is tranquil, but if that's a word. But they do give you a bottle of water. Like they treat you really well there. But the Nordic bath treats you like you feel like 1,000,000% after this thing. And Joanne says her son has. I had my pool set up too. We used it one day.
Dip. May 14th, we were in there.
Yeah. Now I see Kevin still has the icon. I'm gonna try him again to see if
Kevin one more time. Maybe we can just get the audio from him.
We'll keep trying until we can get him. Kevin, can you hear us? Hello, is there anybody out there? Just not if you can hear me, hear me. No, he still has technical issues, which is he'll get it going, Kinsman. But yeah, the Nordic bath, trust me, whatever you get yourself a girlfriend, somewhere down the line, you bring her to the Nordic bath.
Take her to the Nordic bath.
Yeah. You can't pee in the pool, so you can't drink in the pool. All right, yeah. Yeah, they really don't want you peeing in the Nordic bath. It's supposed to be a pleasant experience. But yeah, we spent an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes.
It's a good time. You always see different posts from people saying that they've had an amazing time, and I don't think there's one bad review through the Nordic baths. Yep. So again, put that on your bucket list. And of course, you can go feed the animals during the day, then go to the Nordic bath at night. You stay the night. It's a nice little oasis here in the city.
Well, here's the thing. So last time we did, because we like Cedar Meadows, last time we stayed the night, but my oldest son, Austin, was supposed to watch the Great Danes and let them run free in the living room, and they chewed the dining room table, and Ranger's ear was bit, which was a $1,500 vet bill. So that was like a very, very expensive night at Cedar Meadows. So we just went for the day this time, sort of just ease our way back into
That's right. You just gotta go for the day. You gotta say, okay, we gotta save a bit of the funds for the next time the dog gets the ear bit.
Yeah,
they always see the pictures of Ranger and Rookie online. Oh, they're sweet dogs, and then your son always chimes in. No, they're not. And you see some of the stories of the behind the scenes. They are great pups, but they are aggressive big dogs.
They are great companions. And my son's waving goodbye. He's actually off to secure the city. He's a security guard with Pads K9. And he's off to his location for the evening to make us.
He can't reveal where he is. That's right.
I don't know if he wants me to. They say every
deal embarrass him.
Yeah.
Okay. No one will take him seriously. You're Klomp's son.
Do you get taken seriously because you're Klomp's son?
Yeah, I had someone swing at me the other day.
You had someone swinging it. Well, it's the life of a security guard, and he keeps the location where he at safe and sound.
Can I park your car on the street? Then?
You can park it on the street. They always come and ask questions during the show, as you know, Mark.
Bye.
So Kevin needs I'm speaking with Kevin because I know he can hear us in the background. He just needs to activate his camera.
Okay.
So
that is fine.
Yeah.
Probably be, if he's following along there, his settings in the camera section there, and it should give you the drop-down box, Kevin.
Yeah. So, because right now we could just see an icon. Let's see if we can walk him through it. So, Kevin, we have you on the show now, but there should be, you need to activate your camera. So I'm not too sure if you're on a cell phone or if you're on a computer. You hit the gear icons. Look at this, Kinsman. And then once you hit the gear icons, there's a camera and there's a drop down list, and you can be able to turn your camera on. There we go. Oh, and we lost the mark. We're gonna get it.
Almost had success.
Yeah, we are going to get it. We are absolutely gonna figure it out. But yeah, so that was my weekend, and of course, everyone is texting me right now asking for things. But I wanted to ask you a question here. You know the Beauce Carnival coming back to Timmins this summer?
I heard it is. I just don't know what weekend it is. Pretty sure they are waiting for the okay from the city, because I know it's the big 5-0 when they do come to town. It's been put on hold, and they need more ride space. Now, there is a ton of other rides, obviously that could fit where the square is, but I think they wanted to use Hollinger Park, so I don't know if they're going to be able to fit it in there with all the bulldozing of sod that they need to do to get Rock on the River ready. So I don't know if they're going to be using that. But I say where they tore out Sears, should be a lot of room in there for the parking lot for the carnival this year.
Yeah, it should be a lot. But I heard like last time there was some issue with them having it at the mall, because I think all the stores have to agree or something like that. I want to come back because I love riding the Zipper. That's my ride.
Zipper's fun. And again, the big 5-0, they've got, they do have like a roller coaster. They've got all these bigger rides that they never usually bring to Timmins because they have no space for them. But apparently the bigger space, which would be the Hollinger, if they could fit it all in there, you'd be able to see pretty much every ride that they can offer. And again, they want to celebrate the big 5-0, which, every time they come to the city, they've gained millions and millions of dollars to local charities here.
Well, that's the one thing, because when you put it at a smaller location, you only really get like half of the Beauce experience, if I could put it like that. They only bring half the rides, and they'll run like a split show.
Yeah, so they want to do a full show. But again, I've been told that they're waiting on, I guess, what they're doing at the Hollinger to see, are we able to set up our rides there. Obviously, you saw what happened with Rock on the River last year. Pretty sure they don't want to be setting their rides on that unstable turf, so they're going to wait until everything's all graveled. Yeah, to give it the okay, but they better act on it, because normally they usually show up, July. Rock on the River's July. I don't think have they started taking the sod out of Hollinger Park yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
I have no idea what's going on there, pal. But another thing I want to talk about is that we mentioned it before, like this Saturday is the Alzheimer's Walk.
The Alzheimer's Walk.
So there's still time to get involved and register for that. Obviously, it goes to an amazing cause to, fight this terrible disease. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be out there. We're going to be walking. We're going to be hosting. We're going to be live streaming. It's going to be a ton of fun that day. So this Saturday. Are you ready? Do you got your walking shoes on?
I'm going to get my walking shoes on. And yeah, it's going to to be a busy one.
Yeah, that's right. I thought you were gonna have more of a comeback.
I got my little guys over here tonight. It's just like your dogs, Ranger and Rookie. My guys come by. This is what my little guy just put together. I said, here,
that's pretty good, actually.
That's pretty good. That's for 8 years plus.
Yeah,
and I thought he'd take the entire show to put that together. He put that box together in about 20 minutes.
That's right.
He's only 6.
Yeah, you tried to distract him for like an hour.
Right. And now he's like, okay, Papa, what else is there to do?
Yeah, that's right.
Gotta love the long weekends. Boys always get the extra stay at Papa's place. So
yeah, that's right.
I don't mind the extra noise, chaos. Saw a post perfect the other day. You know what? Enjoy the mess, the clutter, and the noise while you can, because at some point, they're going to be old enough to do everything on their own. Right. So I enjoy when things are out of place. So I don't mind when they interrupt the show once in a while.
It better not snow this weekend. So Kevin's still trying in the background, but it looks like he's still having a camera issue. So he definitely needs
cameras.
He's definitely not able to activate his camera. We'll try, but we'll keep trying. Kinsman, you and I are people that never give up. Kevin, are you able to hear us? Oh, I heard something, Kinsman.
There's something there.
It might have just been your son looking for another Lego.
No. But I'm just seeing there in the camera drop down. Oh, there he is.
Can you hear us, Kevin?
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, but your camera's not activated. So that there's a settings options at the bottom of the screen. If you click on that, then you'll see an option for camera, and you can activate your camera. And if you're on your cell phone, if the Wi-Fi isn't good, if you move it over to data, it may give you a better connection.
Hear me?
Oh, we can hear you a little bit. If you turn your cell phone on to data and then switch your camera on by using the set. Oh, no, I'm not sure, Mark. I don't think he can hear us.
I think there's a bit of a lag in our questions to him through what he's hearing and when it's come out of our mouth there. So yeah, I think he's answering previous questions there.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, everything was working really good right off the hop.
Because I know we're going to get this.
Okay. Yeah. We'll keep working on it, Mark.
I think he said he was going to call. Do you want to fire up? Do you have your phone on speakerphone there? We can fire it up to the microphone.
I have it. Yeah, I do.
I think that's what I heard before he cut off there. Can I call? So maybe if you send him your number there.
Okay. Well, I'm working on it. Yeah, I got it covered. So we'll see.
We shall see. But while we're doing that, while we're trying to get Kevin hooked up here, Festa Italiana, they're seeking volunteers for the weekend of July 22nd to 24th, the Porcupine Dante Club. So if you're wanting to volunteer, we're going to be a part of that weekend. It is going to be a lot of fun. Dante Club 1952 at gmail.com.
We got him, I think. There he is.
Is he back?
He has a bit of a lag, but we could see him now.
We figured out the camera.
Yeah. But I don't think he's able to. I think he still has a leg on his side. Can you hear us, Kevin?
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe they are experiencing. Did the storm hit Hamilton?
It was a quite wide path. It went through the Kawarthas. I know north of Peterborough, Uxbridge got hit. So
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, but I think there's a bit of a lag on your end, though. Let me see if I can.
You guys like 380,000 people having issues with power outages today down there.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna send them a message. I'll send him a message, Mark. See if we can figure this out.
Sounds good. We can get maybe we just get the audio version of Kevin.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I was gonna send it to him in the private chat, but
he's gone now.
Yeah, it's all right, Kinsman. You keep yakking away, pal. I'll flip this over.
It's something I want to pass along. If you have any empties from this weekend, you probably still have some empties on the go. The Lord's Kitchen hosting a bottle drive next Saturday from 9 to 4, 85 Spruce Street South. Timmins, bottles can be dropped off, and you can arrange for pickup at the Lord's Kitchen. So if you have any empties, you can even call them up, 705-360-5673 to arrange your drop-off or pickup for next Saturday.
All right, Bill. That's what's happening there. So Kevin's back. Let's try it again. Yeah. So I sent them a message to his Facebook page just to let him know that, maybe try the phone on data, or if it's already on data, try Wi-Fi. Sometimes if you switch those back and forth. But I believe he's on his cell phone.
Might be chewing up the bandwidth on his phone, maybe.
Yeah. That might be something happening here. I don't think we're gonna have any luck with luck with Kevin. But Brampton got hit, 4 people killed. Yeah, it was actually very serious.
I've seen the death toll 8 across the swath of the destruction due to falling trees and crazy the weather there in the past 24 hours.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild. So we hope everyone remains safe. And obviously, I don't know what happened in those scenarios. We keep moving back and forth here. I don't know what happened in those scenarios, but yeah, if there's a storm like that, hopefully people can stay safely inside. But we haven't had, it hasn't been that bad here unless you're camping. It's a crappy weekend for camping.
No, well, it's so cold up here, like cooler. It's not the normal May run weekend weather that we were looking for, like the 32s last weekend. It's cool up here, warmer down south, and again, where the cold and the hot mix, that's where you get the tornadic activity, and that's what happened.
Yep, that's right. So they got some a lot of action down there, and he's probably in the heart of it. Do you have a call? I don't have a cam on my PC. You have a call-in number, yeah. So let's get him on the phone.
We'll get him on the audio version.
Let's see.
Audio version of Kevin is a heck of a lot better.
I'm gonna, and then you have to tell me how how it sounds there, Mark.
Should be okay. Yeah. We've done it from my end before, so we have the same mic. So I'm going to say it's going to be half decent. We'll see. I'll give you my two thumbs up there.
He tried to call it 726. Hang on. I'm going to call him right now. Call him on speaker. Well, that doesn't sound very loud, does it?
Hello,
Kevin. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. There we go.
There we go. Are you able to hear him there, Mark?
We can hear him, yeah. Do you have it right up to your mic there?
I have it right up to my mic, of course.
There we go.
There.
So, right. Kevin, you're back. There you go. Bit of a technical difficulty, but we're both stubborn. We just keep trying.
We're good. We're all good now.
Yeah, technical issues sometimes happen, but we were talking about the one question I had for you is that, your songwriting process, is it you just go into the studio and just start, you pick up the guitar and whatever comes to your mind, you play it, or is it more, is there more of the steps in the process to that?
Well, my songwriting started to change by the mid of my last album, Edge of the Black, where all of a sudden the songs just started to write themselves. So I would pick up my guitar and I got a great sound, and then I just start playing something, and all of a sudden something just starts coming together. And so then I hit record on my phone, and then the whole song just wrote itself in one take. So that's what took place with the last song on Edge of the Black, which is Arcturian Rain. And then the whole entire song, every song for Cosmic Angels was written in one take.
Wow.
The songs wrote themselves.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that? Like they call that one take wonders, but that is one take phenomenal. You obviously want to get it out in one take, but when it does happen, you're like, geez, it's magical. It's musical magicness, taking over.
Yeah, it's when you tune into you get into a telepathic state, and then you start to basically connect with the universe, and then you're co-writing with the universe. The first time that we ever did that was with my old band Firestorm, and we wrote a song called Time to Believe, and it was written in one take. We couldn't believe how beautiful the song was, and we just learned it exactly the way it was. And I actually took that song and redid it in an instrumental way, and I put it on Edge of the Black, my previous CD, and it's a really cool song. It was one of my favorites to play too. But it's just a matter of it's the creativity. All you have to do is get out of the way. The music will write itself. I mean, Bach knew this. Mozart knew this. Beethoven knew this. And that's how they wrote their music.
Yeah, and it's quite the inspirations. Now, I do have to ask, because we have many lively debates on the show about this topic, but one of the things, reading about you and talking with Shay, like you have a big influence from like an extraterrestrial influence behind the music. I understand the influence, but can you tell us how that influences your music? Yeah.
Well, it's not in the way that you would think. It's not that I've been inspired by TV shows or stuff like that. I spent many years studying extraterrestrials. That's one thing. But I always felt that it was my purpose on this timeline to help raise consciousness of our extraterrestrial brothers and sisters who are out there, because they're trying to make their presence known. And little did I know that this actually was my purpose in this timeline, when the calling card came when a interdimensional craft flew across my backyard August 21st of 2015. And then after that, all these incredible synchronicities started to take place where I was basically told to go and see UFO researcher Grant Cameron, and he had all these answers to everything. But the long and short of it, I actually have ongoing extraterrestrial contact. It's a normal part of my life. Mm-hmm. And I work with a group of extraterrestrials called the Ponte, they're Zetas from Zeta Reticuli, but they reside in a base that's underneath the Sandia Mountains in Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's an information station there. They have a telepath, Sue Walker, who communicates with them and also runs a Twitter account for them. Mm-hmm. But I work very closely with the Ponte. They are been my great teachers. They've taught. That's the reason why the song, the album "Edge of the Black" is called "Edge of the Black" because they gave you that title. It's it's their way of describing the creative process of getting out of the way and going to the edge of the black of the universe and waiting for the next song to come to you. And then you connect with the collective consciousness and you become a conduit and you're writing collectively with the universe. It's the same with any kind of, music or books or, people who are creative. They don't realize that they're actually doing that.
Yeah, it's really cool. The last time we had this debate on the show, I was definitely in the minority, but my statement there, maybe you can help even change my perspective. I always felt like I do believe like in a spirit, meaning that, my mother's passed away and I can feel her spirit at certain times in my life. But when it comes to like a physical presence, I always thought, wouldn't we just have a picture by now? Wouldn't we have some sort of contact by now that we could physically see? Now, I'm in the minority. Last time we had this discussion, no one was with me on this. But like, I've always wondered, like you mentioned you had, I know you called it, but like a UFO or, identified flying object come by, you witnessed it by your house. How come we haven't been able to like get a clear picture of these objects up to this point? I've always wondered that question and no one's been able to answer it.
Well, there's lots of pictures of UFOs. There's thousands and thousands. But the thing is, getting a good high quality picture of them is difficult because they're operating on different physics and dimensions and they're bending space and time. And so, it's hard to get a really high quality picture of a UFO. But at the same point, even if you did have one, most likely you would say, oh, that's fake.
Right. Yeah, sure. Fair enough. Most people would, yeah.
And if you actually were able to get a picture of an actual real extraterrestrial, you'd say, oh, that's fake.
Yeah. Or photoshopped. Right. Yeah. I understand.
Photoshopped. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, a lot of people carry on to that belief. So all this put together, like looping back to your music, this provides you with inspirations with everything that you write and perform.
Yes, it's all tied together. The whole theme of pyramids on Mars is there actually are real pyramids on Mars. There was a civilization on Mars, and they keep showing all these more and more evidence of evidence on Mars of these civilizations and the stuff that's on there. So that was the initial inspiration to try and wake people up. Like, hello, we're not the only ones on this planet, and there are other civilizations, out there. And then I met the Ponte, and then Teeny started teaching me about telepathic storytelling and writing and communicating your music at a telepathic level, which is what my music does. They have heard me playing my guitar in Albuquerque. They've even called me up one time. Sue called me up one time and said they heard you playing what you were doing, and you actually accessed the tonal language download of the whales that you would ask for, and that the music you're playing is actually playing in a tonal language. And that was actually what happened with the song Nap Wampin. And what I didn't realize, because I had asked, long and short of it is they were telling me about the whales and the cetaceans and that they communicate in tonal languages, but it's telepathic. They're telepathic animals. And so then I asked, can you learn this? And then they gave me a download. I woke up one morning and I was really tired, and I realized they had downloaded me with information. It took me 9 months to access that information. And then when I finally wrote a piece of music the melody I was playing, I later found out, because I finally heard it after the 8th try, that it was actually had a translation and was saying, "Do you hear me?" I was actually saying, "Do you hear me?" in a tonal language in the song Map Waffen. It was the most incredible experience of my life. I cried for half an hour because I couldn't believe it. I was shocked.
That's pretty deep. That's really cool, Mark. Like a lot of people, I watched the Motley Crue biography, and they just write about girls. You know, Kevin's on a whole new, really cool,
a whole different ball of wax. And again, you say different civilizations were on Mars. There was just a recent story stating that there was a picture. I don't know if it was online or not, but stating that the rover saw like what would be an entrance to a pyramid. My question is, why don't they roll these rovers over to the front door of these entrances and actually explore these places?
Yeah, I think I'm probably sure they're going to, like this. There's so much anomalies that they've captured from the rover, and I've seen foundations of buildings that they've captured, and even there's underground tunnels that look like tubes that we've seen from space, but they actually were able to capture it with the rover, and you could see these tubes running along the ground into these tunnels. So all this stuff is out there on Mars, and but NASA's kind of staying quiet about it.
Yeah, very interesting and highly debated subject. And I think maybe one day they're all going to prove me wrong, Mark. But it's highly, like, for 100, I would say about 110, 50 years. This topic, and probably going back further, has been highly debated, contested, and I guess most people say you have to feel that the Earth is a very small part of our solar system, the complete universe. Can we be the only people out there? You're right.
You got to be naive to think that. When you're sitting out on even over the course of the long weekend, you're looking up, seeing all these stars. Have you never just sat there and said, we can't be the only, spark of civilization out of all those dots, stars and planets, out there, right? I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking that, right? Like, you almost have to be naive to think that we're the only civilization.
Well, I attest that we're definitely not. And I have been visited by many different star nations, extraterrestrials that you probably call them, not just the Ponte, but I've been visited by a reptilian woman. That was quite an incredible experience. I've been visited by a mantis being, and many that look just like us, that look human, that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I've been visited by a Sasquatch once who gave me a hug and a telepathic grunt that my whole body shook. And I've also been visited by an Arcturian woman who looked like, you ever see the movie Avatar?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the Na'vi, the blue beings and that. Well, she looks just like them. But she had no hair. Her head was more elongated, but she had blue skin, amber eyes, just like the Na'vi, but her eyes were cat eyes, feline, and they were bioluminescent. They slightly glowed in the dark. And her name was Flaley, and she's the inspiration for the song Flaley on Cosmic Angels.
No shit, eh?
Mark said no shit, eh? Like he's totally.
It's mind blowing. Like what are these beings saying to you? Are they relaying any information, Kevin? Are they foretelling the future? Like what's in store for all these beings? Are they all living within our same time frame right now? Like there's no time travel, or have they time traveled to get to you?
Well, time is kind of time is more flexible, and our understanding of time is not quite right. I mean, they can manipulate time, that's for sure. We know that, we've learned about that, but they're not from the future and coming to visit me. Like they're in their own time, like our time as well, and they come to visit. Some of the visits are very short, like just to kind of to see me. We don't get into massive philosophical discussions when they come over. I mean, Flaley was just more like she was excited to see me, and then And all of a sudden, then she became really fascinated with a watch that was on my nightstand, and she put it on and was playing with this broken watch.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know what they're really going to be into, you know. So
I don't know. Like the closest I've seen like a time bending was the latest Spider-Man, how they try to dig into that, and they have the different universes, and you see different versions of yourself in different universes. So
yeah.
maybe they're connecting to something, you know, Hollywood fiction's actually connecting to something that maybe actually exists.
A lot of Hollywood fiction is based on actual reality. I mean, you know, multiverses, yeah, you know, different dimensions, or you know, I mean, things change. We can get into a whole big debate about this. I mean, but things have changed. I mean, the Mandela effect is extremely real. It's very scary. Time is not linear, and you know, things have flipped. It's just a fact. So we have to, you know, live with it. You know, I've had so many personal experiences with the Mandela effect that you know, I had to get over it and accept it as truth.
Super cool and very deep, and the music connects you to that, you know, listening to a bunch of the music that was sent over. I'm telling you, I was jamming this morning here putting the show together, Mark, and I do like, was it always a vision of yours? Like, were you always a creative person, Kevin? I feel like you're like an out of the box thinker. Like, you listen to mainstream music and you're thinking like, I'm going to put more creativity, more drive, more power behind it. Was it always your vision to provide people with a different form of musical entertainment?
I think what it was that, you know, Joe Satriani was my biggest inspiration and drive to the music that I write today. You know, once I first heard Surfing with the Alien, I knew that that's the music that I wanted to play. I wanted to play like Joe. And so then I spent years and years woodshedding and practicing in university and high school. And, you know, my brother and I we didn't realize it, but, you know, years after we graduated from high school, people were still talking about the Estrella brothers and our musicianship, because we played coffee houses and did a couple concerts with the band that we had back then. And I was playing some Satriani covers, you know, and wailing out the guitar and screaming on the whammy bar. And people were like blown away by it. And it just continued with me. And I started writing instrumental music, but you know, it's kind of evolved over the years, where some of my songs are very metal and some are like, you know, gent, because I love Meshuggah, and then other songs sound like Iron Maiden. Mm-hmm. But during Edge of the Black, I had ended up purchasing a new guitar, which is a Signature series, which was it was designed by Alex Lifeson of Rush, which he played on the Hold Your Fire album back in 1987. And that was the first concert I ever went to. And I just loved his guitar sound. I loved that sound of that guitar. And I had to wait 30 years before I can get that guitar. And then I bought the guitar, and then all of a sudden my music style started to change and my songwriting started to change. And then I was going more towards my Rush roots. And I wanted to step away from metal because I was getting kind of bored of metal in some ways. And I wanted just to do what I do and make it sound like if Joe Satriani joined Rush. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now, you know?
Yeah, the mix up, yeah. Mix it up with your own influences and make it yours. Now, you know, every artist that we've spoken to in the last couple of years, you know, COVID times, not being able to perform in front of a live audience, obviously extremely difficult. People, you know, that's where you get your real energy. It definitely, you know, it's different than a live Zoom performance. Where can folks catch you live, and where can they if you're touring this summer?
Yeah, I'm not playing live at the moment, but I am going to be putting to virtual concerts through Facebook. I'm working towards that.
Okay.
So if you follow me on Facebook, if you want to, you know, get a show. So I'm working towards doing live shows here.
Yeah.
So, and they'll be pretty cool because I got my banners all set up, and I've got really cool light show here in my condo. So I can make a really cool looking show.
Yeah, we just threw up the link to your Facebook page in the chat, so folks can go and check that out. And I definitely want to see it, because I feel like you're going to get not only awesome music, you're going to get the very cool
psychedelic effect or something.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, I before I even read the bio, like I listened to the music first, and I thought Pink Floyd, and then I read in the bio that was one of your influencers. I love Pink Floyd, and I got that. I thought they were, very creative in their own way, and cut their own cloth. They didn't really care what
other people thought. No,
and I think Kevin's on the exact same track.
Well, yeah, he's on his own track. And again, when you come across Kevin Estrella online, again, the link's in our chat. Follow Pyramids on Mars, and you're going to see, he wants to create, and he has created something unique and completely different from anything else on this planet, which is pretty darn cool.
Yeah. It is pretty amazing. What we're going to do, Kevin, is, we should let's speak after the show, and let's walk through these technical issues. We'd love to have you back on. We can get you on video. You got a lot of very, very cool things to talk about. I want to dig deeper into this extraterrestrial world, because I feel I'm either right or I need more education, and I'm not too sure what side I'm on, but probably more education like usual. But
I've done over 70 UFO radio show interviews.
Yeah,
with talking about my experiences, and I'm also the host of Pyramids of Mars UFO Radio on the Artist First Network, which that show has been running for 6 years. So yeah, I do. I'm well versed in experience with what's going on our planet, and yeah, there's lots to talk about. Oh my God, there's so much to talk
about. There is a ton, but we'll definitely, I'll give you a call right after the show's done, and we'll work through those technical issues, and we'll have you back on soon. We can get the video for you're not interrupted by, technical issues, and we'll get that all straightened out.
We will.
Our tech guy's on it, eh, Mark? Which happens to be me. So hopefully I can fix Kevin's problems. But we love your creativity. We love that you're chasing your passion. And I get up early to work, and I played your music today. Like I was ready to go, kids. But sometimes I just put on a rock ballad. But Kevin got me moving today.
Kevin got you moving. And again, Pyramids on Mars. Make sure you go and check out his link, Bandcamp. We put that link a little bit further up into the chats. And again, if you get his album right now, the current album, Cosmic Angels, 20% off if you get it before May 31st.
That's right.
And again, that link is in our chat tonight.
And we're closing out the show with A Dolphin's Paradise. Wait to hear this, Mark. You're going to be rocking, pal. I
rocking. And again, one take wonders. It's amazing to hear the music and to know that he just sat down and created it from, beat one to the entire track in one entire take. Which is,
there's a comment over here, Kevin, that says they need you around the campfire singing and calling down the aliens to join the party. I think that'd be an awesome outdoor experience.
I'll tell you though, when I do start to play live, that is going to happen. There will be UFOs that will show up, because I'm communicating at their level, at a telepathic level, and they're going to come in. Trust me. I already know. I knew this 10 years ago that this is going to happen. Actually, I knew this 15 years ago. But actually, I looked at about Dolphin's Paradise. That song is Pink Floyd influenced.
Mm-hmm.
So the cool thing about it is that what the bass is doing in that song, it's totally influenced by the song Sheep off of Animals. If you listen to what Roger Waters is doing. So like the exact same phaser effect, and then that's Sheep. It's, if you listen to it, I took it all from Sheep because it worked well perfect for this song. Roger Waters is actually one of my favorite bass players. So
yeah, well, you have great idols there, obviously. Floyd, but yeah, Dolphin's Paradise is going to close out our show, Mark, and we really appreciate your patience working through these technical issues. We're definitely going to have you back on. There's tons more to talk about. We'll work through those, and We got the link up to the Facebook page, Mark. The album's on pre-sale right now, dropping on May the 3rd.
Right. Cosmic Angels, new album. And again, you can get 20% off up until May 31st. So go support an amazing Canadian artist from Hamilton. Right. And let's put Pyramids on Mars through the roof here with his new release.
There it is. All right, Kevin, we're going to connect real soon.
Sounds awesome.
All right. Thanks,
you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay, bye. Yeah, he worked through it, had some technical issues, but he really I feel like I could spend
interesting guy. I think we could peel back the layers and have an entirely different conversation about alien and extraterrestrial.
But it all connects because I didn't know if that was going to be two separate topics, but for him, it all connects. And if he's telling me what happens in his live performances, I definitely want to see one of these live performances.
We need to see one of these live.
Really got me intrigued now.
And again, when people are saying, okay, this is a bunch of hogwash, well, you know what? Until it's like having a psychic power, you can't knock it until you've been in those shoes,
Well, sometimes I think you're an alien there, Mark. So maybe Kevin's on to something. Maybe you just sort of look human, right? But hey, he may be onto something. But I feel like we could go hours with it. I feel like you got to have him outside by the campfire. You have a beer going, you have the fire going, you get the music, and then hey, who knows what's gonna happen?
It's gonna be fun. And again, we'll definitely get him back on. We'll have some alien chat, and again talk about the release of the new album, Cosmic Angels. Again, Pyramids on Mars. Go get the link. He's in our chats, and check out his Facebook page, Kevin Estrella online. Again, great human being to.
And I'll tell you this: a lot of the independent music that's released is the best music that's out there today. Because if you're saying I'm tired of hearing the same old, we have an amazing independent artist here in Canada, and trust me, you're gonna love some of the music they're playing. All right, pal. Let's thank the sponsors. You ready?
All right.
There you go.
All right, Jackpot City playing some bingo over the course of the weekend. Why not? May long weekend. You definitely could use each one of those jackpots for gas. Jackpot fruit, 100 degrees, loads of loot, bath time ducks. Again, those progressive jackpots always into the multi-thousands. And again, you can go in for in-person bingo, which is a sellout since they brought bingo back for the first time in 2 years. Kind of nice there, Jackpot City. And Plant-Based Marche, the Dream Team taking some time off over the long weekend. They close back on Friday, but they'll be back to serve you on a Tuesday after the long weekend. Again, if you're looking for anything plant-based, make sure you get in there and grab their grab-and-goes, which are quite tasty. Again, if you haven't tried it, if you want your go-to, I've never tried a Plant-Based Marche meal, you got to try the chicken fried rice. And the maple chicken fried rice.
Yeah, they're awesome over there.
And Boost in Action, how about this? Link North, 50% of funding contributions toward eligible project costs is where you get to, meet Link North halfway. Say, hey, you know what? I can get to this point, financially. Let's see what you can do. And again, 50% will take you right through, a lot of your financial burdens in a business. Access to bank of consultants, business productivity assessments, new market development and exporting initiatives, information technologies, industry trade shows, events, new equipment, modernization, prototype demonstrations, certifications, and testing. And again, it all begins with a 15-minute questionnaire that you can fill out right now at linknorth.ca. In DAP Cleaning Solutions, we're sitting on the 22nd of the month. Still time to get your spring cleaning spots. I know Anne Duran has a few spots still available for her spring cleaning. So successful last month. She's extended to the end of this month. Again, cleaning service, carpet cleaner, janitorial service. If you're looking for commercial cleaning and residential excellence guaranteed, give Anne Duran a call for your free quotes at 705-465-3500 today. And Steinberg and Mann, if you're graduating, if you've got a gentleman ready to, Celebrate. Well, you're going to look very dapper in a nice grad suit package. $350 from Steinberg and Mann. Darren Taylor includes the suit, shirt, tie, pocket square, belt, shoes, socks, up to the first $40 in alterations. And again, $350 plus your taxes. Go see Darren at 25 Wilson Avenue today, Steinberg and Mann. And Hillbilly Customs still going through some unforeseen circumstances. So if you are getting your firewood for the long weekend, they'll meet you at the gate of their property. You can pick up your firewood. And again, they apologize for all the inconvenience, but they do have also, aside from firewood for your camping and for your May long weekend fires, eggs, fresh eggs, also at Hillbilly Customs. And Dabrowski Smoked Meats, this is where you get to stock up for the long weekend. And look at that. Why not? Lean ground beef. You can buy 10 pounds for $4.99 a pound. The AAA grade short ribs for $9.99 a pound. And even fresh chicken wings, $4.99 a pound. And again, they've got some other goodies there. The AAA grade tomahawks, also part of their weekly specials. And, of course, their weekly bundles at Dabrowski's.
Hopefully people are out enjoying that Dabrowski's meat this long weekend, pal.
I'm sure they are. And it's always funny when you always see people that, post their dinners online saying, oh, it took me hours to do this. Really, it was Mark Durapo and his team that put the hours into it. We're just heating up the food, right? Really? He prepares it. We all look like stars. Thanks to Mark Durapo and Dabrowski's. And how about Dare Timmins? We're getting set for this one Friday night. Can't wait for this. The Dare Ninja Obstacle Course and Flores Lava event. And again, Timmins Fitness Alternatives. This is going to be a lot of fun. We had Ninja Alex on a video. We were there to check out the facilities, and it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be more fun falling into the Flores Lava because it's a giant trampoline. As you saw, Klomp, you got to test the Flores Lava. How was it?
Wow, me and Darren the Lion had a bit of a beef. Who is stronger? And we went toe to toe, and I think the Lion took me like usual. But yeah, it'll be fun. If the three slots, I guess, are sold out or filled, you can still email daretimmins@gmail.com to get on the waiting list, and they're going to confirm all participants 2 days before.
Just to make sure that they're not, they could have had 5 and something's popped up, and as life can happen, you just might be able to squeeze in there. But we'll be there Friday, and hopefully we'll see you there too. And how about this? The duck race just around the corner, June 4th, Alzheimer's Society. This duck race, your chance to get a duck for Saturday, June 4th at Particip Park. They're going to dump all the ducks into the Matagami, and the winning duck, $1,500. Second place duck, $700, and third place duck, $300. And there you go.
Big event here coming up June 18th.
Yeah, the Color It Up Fun Run. This is going to be where we're going to be hanging out there on the 18th of June. And again, if you want to join us at Gillies Lake, we know that Julia from Brain Freeze will be down there. There's some other big sponsors ready to cross the T's and dot the I's. That'll be down there to add to the family fun. And again, if you aren't out there pledging, still time to join a pledge and, raise some funds for a great cause and have some fun. 705-264-2933. And to get all the money helping out the Seizure and Brain Injury Center here in the city. And Jeronis Borden Kelly Lawyers jumping on to Kins and Klomp Live. And they're part of the Helmets on Kids campaign June 2nd. And this program is intended to put a bicycle helmet on the head of every elementary school age child who needs one, and provides education and awareness about bicycle helmet use, bike safety, and brain injuries. For further information, you can email Jeronis today and Borden Kelly Lawyers at info@jeronis.ca. And A Taste of Timmins. These are great cookbooks. Great, someone might have a great butter tart recipe. Well, it just might be in the Taste of Timmins cookbooks. They're back. We haven't seen them since last Christmas. Now it's time to get yours at tasteoftimmins.ca. They are limited, and you can find where you can buy them for $20, again, at tasteoftimmins.ca through the Downtown Timmins BIA.
Well, you did it all, pal. You did it all. A lot of amazing events coming in. And one more shout out to Justin and Max at V&M Renovations.
Yes.
who put
And a big
together the
congratulations to Louise Melanson Normando, who picked up the barbecue
There they
on
are.
Friday. I brought over the noisemaker. When the kids are over here, you've got Great Danes. I've got these little.
You got kid. Okay, now
rats.
listen. Hold on a sec. I'm going to get to the bottom to find out if my business partner is really an alien. Is your papa funny?
Yes.
Does he make weird noises?
Yes.
Does he go like this? I knew it. I knew you were a Sasquatch, Kinsman. You're so busted. You know
I'm so busted. That's right. Kids. If you want the truth, you ask kids, right? Hey, my little redhead.
Yeah. So did you want to close out the show and say bye to everybody?
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye. We'll see you. We'll see you Tuesday.